Welcome to Hot Topics in International Trade, brought to you by Braumiller Law Group and Braumiller Consulting Group. Hi, this is Bob Brewer with Braumiller Law Group and Braumiller Consulting Group. Thanks for joining us in another podcast. Today with me, you can see I have Ean Sierra.
Howdy.
All right, new consultant on the Braumiller Consulting side of life. And Ian's one of our newbies. He's kind of jumped right in on classification, but he does also help me on all the video aspects involved.
Yes, I do.
Putting videos together. He's a photographer. Ian graduated from San Diego State University. Pretty much as a kid, though, growing up, he traveled with that people-to-people program. And you visited how many countries with that?
Oh, gosh. With them, I want to say at least 20.
So 20 countries before you showed up to San Diego State to get into their international program, international business. When they looked at that and said, oh, my God, this is part of the program, kid. You're already there. Yeah. And then the international trade, that's just an aspect of it that you really feel that you fit in. Mm-hmm. Maybe, yes?
I've been around it most of my life. So
it's your life?
It's comfortable, I guess, or familiar, I should say.
Well, I noticed you've been working on with me. A lot of the videos that you see that we put out, Ian has edited for me, put together. But also he's working with Robert Stein, our VP of Consulting, and Brad Menard, our president, on some classification projects.
Yeah.
So give us a little scoop how it is at the BCG fit in right now. How things going?
Coming from straight out of school and not necessarily having much industry experience is a little bit of a difficulty, just because there's the by the book way that things work, and then there's the actual way that things work. And I know the by the book way, but a lot of times, that's not the reality of the situation. So,
right.
Learning how it actually all works when it's time to put the nose to the grindstone. But it's been good. I have some great teachers. Robert's been super helpful. Everyone's been, pretty supportive. Kim, anyone that I need to get questions answered from, they're always pretty fast about answering them. And very helpful. I feel like I have a lot of support, and I feel like there's nothing that I can't figure out with the help that I have here.
Oh, speaking of that, because I remember asking you as you were studying for the broker's exam, I said, are you studying? You're like, yeah, well, my mind knows how. Well, see, so smart. Like, I know where to find the answers.
Yeah.
That's what you told me. And I thought, okay, good luck.
Hey,
well,
worked out.
You worked
first
out.
Time.
I see you
I
passed. You passed.
Yeah, passed the first time.
Uh-huh.
By the skin of my teeth. I think if I missed two more answers, then I would have failed.
Okay.
But that's partially because of the fact that the system that they give you on test day completely was different from the system that I was using for my practice tests. So I kind of had to on the fly adjust and figure out a new system in order to take the exam. But I mean, that exam favors those who test well, and I test well.
Okay. Okay. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you have multiple guests, you forget it.
Yeah.
I
like that stuff. My brain works in a way that it is good for me to have tests.
I'm the opposite. You give me compass, I've got a good line of BS.
Yeah.
I can BS my way to a good grade rather than that multiple choice stuff.
Yeah.
So anything interesting on the classification project that you think that you find it run into so far? I mean, this is a big deal for us. I mean, we run into it all the time as far as the misclassifications go. So we're trying to get ahead of it with a lot of clients where you get in there and you say, look, this is how it should be put together,
Yeah, I mean, there's one that I just worked on recently with Robert, and the client was bringing in brake pedals from Mexico, and we're basically trying to figure out what the classification for those pedals would be. And the difficulty there was it could be argued that this pedal is part of the car and classified underneath a component of a car, or is it part of a braking system and classified underneath parts of the braking system? So, I mean, we went back and forth and looked at a couple of different rulings for that. Ultimately, I think it was decided by Robert and the powers above me that it is a component of the car and not a component of the braking system. But I don't know.
It's amazing how the slightest component sometimes can actually change.
Yeah.
You go all the way down to country of origin on some of these things as far as where it goes.
Yeah.
So coming out of school, San Diego State University, you've been working with us now for a while. I mean, the big picture here for us is, though, you've also seen me interview one of our interns, Brendita, who's going to be part of our Mexico legal counsel. Eventually, we're also grooming young'uns such as Ian. Years from now, you'll have one of those titles within the BCG organization, helping us groom others.
Yes. Oh, beautiful.
Well, this is the way it works.
Yeah.
You always got to bring them up. I mean, as far as the BCG side of the house, as you found, you don't always need an attorney. There are a lot of things that come into my inbox as far as even new business, where I was telling even predicted with this cipher, who should it go to? Adrian's involved, Braumiller, Brad Menard, the president's involved, and then we decide, who's the best subject matter expert for this. A lot of times on the classification side, that's where, you might even find a way into this. Like, we've got somebody on the FDA side, we've got somebody on the chemical side, we've got FTZ experts. I mean, we were going through this. I did a podcast with Robert, Stein, a matter of fact, not too long ago. We're talking about all the managed services within BCG that we actually touch upon. This is going to be you too in the long run, whether it be anti-dumping, countervailing duty. It's interesting. It's interesting in a small firm. I think you find that all of the various, things that we touch on a daily basis here, a variety of clients. And things.
You have to kind of be a jack of all trades.
Well, because the end of that is master of none.
No, that's it. Actually, it's a longer saying than that.
What is okay? My dad used to say, master of all trades, Bobby. That's not going to work.
Jack of all trades, master of none, but a master of. Oh gosh, I forget the full phrase.
You get see. This is the youth of America, though. That I didn't grow up like this.
I know.
I'd have just been sitting there, stumped, scratching my head. Where you immediately are going to go to Google it and tell me that I'm missing out. Master of all trades.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I almost had it.
Jack of all trades.
So a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes is better than a master of one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I see a variety of things that you could become a master of. Yeah. Anything that you've touched on so far or seen that you thought would interest you more in the areas that we work in?
I mean, in my personal life, cameras and cars are two big things for me. So, trying to delve a little bit more into the automotive side of things and the intricacies with that, as well as cameras. I mean, I find all that stuff fascinating as well. That's kind of the two that I would love to delve a little bit deeper into.
You don't want to give up the video side of life then?
No.
Okay.
No, it's fun, it's creative, and there's creativity with brokerage stuff as well, especially classification. You can classify things in smart ways for customs that save the client lots of money.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the fun of it for me.
So tariff engineering.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you're tariff engineering.
Yeah. And so like that side of it is also interesting to me, and coming up with creative solutions that might help the client in the long run,
All right. So on the BCG side of the house, then, I mean, as I said, these things come into my inbox, and we're separating them out all the time. And you have been on a couple teams, then, correct, so far?
Yeah, a couple. I mean, nothing too crazy, but yeah, I worked with Carrie.
Okay. Carrie Wang, she's our. Okay, people have already met her. Carrie's done a couple podcasts.
Yeah.
She's our Chinese attorney.
Yeah, I worked with Carrie on a project, worked on classifying some stuff for a client that was moving everything from Argentina, Chile, and the U.S. from all to Mexico.
Okay.
Had to reclassify all the goods that are now will be coming out of Mexico instead of the other original countries.
Okay.
And then, I worked with Robert on classifying some brake pedal stuff. And then, helping fill in wherever I can.
Okay, cool. Let's give everybody a little personal side. So you live in San Diego.
Yep.
All right, so you got to school, you stayed there.
Yep.
All right, and you're really you're into cars, totally, like.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, Porsche.
Yes, specifically Porsche 944s.
Porsche 944. So you build one from scratch at this point?
I'm building one from scratch.
You're building one from
scratch. I mean, I've probably built one from scratch in terms of the work and everything I've replaced on one car, but there's another one that I'm building up myself, and then I have 1.5 more. I co-own one with my buddy, so we have fun with that one. We've done a lot to that car, and the goal is to eventually run something called the Nora 1000, which is a race down in Baja, California that's 1,000 miles through the desert.
1,000 miles through the desert to wreck the car.
Yeah, wreck your car, wreck your body, but hey, the adventure you get from it is second to none. So
second to none.
Yeah.
All right, so let me get this straight: videographer, photographer.
Yeah. Customs broker, which always kind of throws people off.
Yeah,
what?
It's in the mix.
Yeah.
Porsche 944 advocate all the way.
Yep.
A to Z on that one, I guess.
Yep.
Driving them and building them.
Hey, jack of all trades, baby.
Have I missed anything?
Not really.
No?
No, I mean, I love traveling. We already kind of touched on that. And, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ean Sierra, one of the newest additions to Braumiller Consulting Group. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Thanks,
My
everybody.
pleasure.
See you later.
Bye, everyone.